Let's walk through another photography website. I am going to pull up Scott's website. And so here we go. I've got Scott's website pulled up here. First thing I see, holy smokes, this guy knows what he's doing. I love that. His photography is beautiful. I can see that. What just happened? Oh. You gave me a pop-up. No, I'm not engaged. Scott, think a little bit about, so I think this is a Sprout pop-up. This looks like it's one for a email marketing list. I don't know why that popped up so quick. Let me start over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 10 seconds or so. I may have been counting slow, 15 seconds maybe. That's way too soon to be popping up a pop-up like that. I would definitely have that pop up much further on down the road because they just got to your website. So they're not ready to give it to me. They're not ready to do that yet, Scott. So a little bit too early. I would wait a little bit or build an exit intent so that when they go to leave the page, it pops up. That might be a better way. Or do both. Have one that shows up after maybe 3 minutes and one that shows up when they leave. Maybe have it be two different ones. Be like, wait, don't go. And have the other one be like, hey, are you engaged? That's cool, right? So I would probably definitely wait because it felt jarring for me, especially because it was the same image that was up here. So as I was sitting here, it just looked... I thought this image somehow popped up on, but anyways. If you watched the last critique that I had of Emma's website, I'm seeing this looks very similar to Emma's website, and my comment would actually be the same. I land here, and again, I'm like, I don't know what to do next. I don't know what I'm going. You haven't greeted me to your website yet. I like this. This is pretty. This looks nice. Bold and authentic photography for real couples who refuse to settle for cookie cutter. Okay, that's cool. It's bold. Damn, that's bold. I love that. But put that up here. Boom, put that right here. That's what they want to see right away. You want something that when they get to your website, they're either going to be like, hell yes, let's dive into this, or heck no, right? And leave. And that kind of statement is perfect. Put that up front and center because they may not know to scroll. There's nothing here that indicates to me that I can scroll. So make it more clear for them what they can do. Most couples are worried that their photographs will look like everyone else's. Generic, overly posed, and lacking personality. When you choose me, you're going to experience a purposeful process that is aimed at the core of who you are. I don't know what that means. Aimed at the core of who you are. A process that's aimed at the core of... So are you going to put me through therapy? What are you going to do for me here? I don't understand what this means. All of this will let you live in the moment and savor your wedding day because you know your memories will be full of life, personality, and creativity. Let's take this for a minute and bring it into Grammarly. Let's work with this a little bit. Okay. So this is... I'm going to break this out because it doesn't format it properly. Check this out. Okay, not bad. It's recommending that when you choose me, you're going to experience a purposeful process. That is, you can get rid of that. Is again, just wordliness. Get rid of it. Savor. Nope, Scott's not Canadian. That's okay. All right, let's check this out. Put a period. Complete the sentence. It doesn't understand what you're trying to say here. Bold and authentic photography for real couples who refuse to settle for cookie cutter. I'm okay with that. I actually love that as a bold. That's your statement. That's cool. I like that. Let's look at this. Now, here's the first thing I said. Most couples, yada, 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 yada. And then you start talking to them. So you're talking generic, and then you're talking to them. I would potentially think about talking to them even right up here. You may be worried that your photographs will look like everyone else's. Generic, overly posed, and lacking personality. When you choose me, you're going to experience a purposeful process aimed at the core of who you are. How about I will help you create images that show off who you truly are. Again, I don't know if that's the exact wording you want to use, but that guides them a lot more purposefully. What's it saying? Indeed, instead of truly? Get out of here, Grammarly. All of this will let you live in the moments and savor your wedding day because you know that your memories will be full of life, personality, and creativity. I mean, why wouldn't we put this right here? I will help you. I will create images for you that are, boom, where does that go? Full of life, personality, and creativity. They will show off who you truly are. What was the word you used before? Aimed at the core of who you are. So they will show off who you truly are, or they will show off the core of who you are, whatever you want to say there, that kind of thing. All of this will let you live in the moment and savor your wedding day, because how about you will be able to live in the moment and savor your wedding day. Where'd it go? And savor your wedding day, knowing that your photography will be taken care of. Again, may not be the exact words. What's this yelling at me for? It's passive. I know it's passive. Leave me alone. This just feels like you're talking to them in a more structured way than the way that it was before. Let's look at this. You may be worried that your photographs will look like everyone else's, generic, overly posed, and lacking personality. I will create images for you that are full of life, personality, and creativity. They will show off who you truly are. You will be able to live in the moment and savor your wedding day, knowing that your photography will be taken care of. Like, that sounds more like you're talking to them than what this said. Most couples are worried that their photographs will look like everyone else's, generic, overly posed, and lacking personality. When you choose me, you're going to experience a purposeful process that is aimed at the core of who you are. I don't understand what that means. I don't get that. Anyways, all of this will let you live in the moments and savor your wedding day, because you know that your memories will be full of life, personality, and creativity. This, again, I said this before, this is the most powerful part. Your memories will be full of life, personality, and creativity, but it is the last thing that you say. It should be one of the first things that you say. So I like kind of how we tweaked that here. Let's go down. What is this? Sounds good, right? Let's turn your dreams into reality. What does that do? I definitely didn't know what that was going to do. I'd get rid of that. It looks cool, but I don't know what that's going to do. At the very least, have a contact button here. This whole section is clickable. If I'm scrolling and I accidentally click, I'm like, whoa, what just happened? I just left that page that I was on. Have a button that specifically goes there to get in touch. This is cool. This is just reinforcing some recognition and things like that. I love that. That's fine. I have no issue with that. It's too big though, dude. Way too big. This is just like in your face. I like it, but it's too big. I would definitely minimize that for sure. Okay, good. So the next steps. Finally, you're guiding me. I'm here. I'm looking around. I'm browsing around. I'm at the buffet. And then finally, you're just like, hey, here's the next steps. Why are you doing this so far down the page? Do it sooner. Do it at the very top. The next steps. Portfolio, about me, investment. Are those the only things that matter to you, Scott? Are those the only things that matter to your clients? I don't know. Again, you know my thoughts on the about page. But, okay, let's go to the portfolio. Use the arrows to view more photos. If you have to tell me how to use your website's not clean enough, not clear enough. If these arrows aren't obvious and you have to tell me use the arrows to view more photos, I would say that your website isn't clear enough. Now, again, so this is nice. I talked earlier about showing images from one wedding. I mean, I'm jumping all over the place here. Yes, I mean, this is a highlight reel. This is a best of. I love these. Beautiful work. No question, Scott, you know what you're doing with your photography. And I'd even say your work is very much true to the way that you explained it there on that homepage. Yeah, I mean, if I go to this, I will create images for you that are full of life, personality, and creativity. They will show off who you truly are. 100%. I mean, look at this. Full of life. Come on. Of course. Absolutely it is. Look at this. I love it. Personality. Beautiful. I mean, come on. Look at this thing. Are you kidding me? This is beautiful. I mean, the work is beautiful. I don't know why I just have a highlight reel, though. I want to be like, I mean, look at this picture. This is stunning. This is stunning. I want to see other images from this session. I want to see like, okay, so can you get me this image and 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 this image all from the same session? No, you can't. Right? Let's tell stories here. Let's dig deeper. Show me a few images from each session and categorize them, break them in to individual portfolio pieces. This is better. Like, remember I talked on the homepage how the whole section was clickable? Also, don't have one word that strays on the next line. Bring that up. Want your priceless memories documented like this. Okay. Okay, so what was next? We had... You had an about page. Yeah, here it is. Are you tired of everything looking and feeling the same as you're researching wedding photographers? I get it. I really do. I proposed to my wife in 2019, and the number of criteria for our photography... I'm confused. I need to bring this over. This is hard to read, by the way. This white text on this needs to be brought down a little bit if you want to keep this white text. It's too hard to read. I'm having a hard time reading it, and it's very small, too. Let me bring this into Grammarly here. Are you tired of everything looking and feeling the same as you're researching wedding photographers? That just feels... How about this? As you research wedding photographers, comma, are you tired of everything looking the same? I get it. I really do. That's fine. Grammarly doesn't like it, but that's fine. I proposed to my now wife in 2019. I'm assuming you're married, actually. I guess maybe. No, yeah, obviously, because you said now wife. Oh, not that. Comma. And the number one criteria for our photography was that it would accurately capture and reflect our personalities and our unique relationships. It's a lot of wording. I proposed to my now wife. How about when my wife and I it doesn't matter. I'm okay with the thing. I proposed to my now wife in 2019, period. When we were looking for our wedding photographer, we wanted something that would capture and reflect our personalities and our unique relationship. What do you not like in here, Grammarly? Something too. That's nice. We wanted someone who would... There, how's that? How about someone too? Yeah, I like that. And of course, a couple of photos of us, and by us I mean me, devour some chocolate chip cookies. I don't think that's necessary. After photographing over 200 weddings, I know the importance of capturing. So I guess, I don't know what this relevance has in any of this. I mean, maybe it's just part of this whole, I get it, I really do. If so, tie it in then. After photographing over 200 weddings, I know the importance of capturing your most important moments in authentic and creative ways. You don't want your photos to be generic, overly posed, and lacking personality. You deserve photos that are full of life, personality, and creativity. You kind of have repeated yourself a little bit in here. But I won't overly work this all just right now. But you can see what I'm saying, right? In terms of finessing it and critiquing it. But at the end of the day, I mean, but it's really about you. I don't know what that means. Oh, look at this. What are you worried about? Stressed out about your photography timelines. Nice. Disappointed in spending a ton and only receiving an online gallery. Cool. Want your friends and family to be able to... Okay, I love... This is what I'm talking about. Where was this all along? This should have been on the homepage, right? Again, this is why I say the about page. I never would have gone to the about page thinking that you would tell me what I'm worried about. That's awesome. This is amazing content. This needs to be somewhere else. This is why I don't like about pages. They don't make any sense to me because this is something that couples need to read, and you're obviously talking to them. Can we tweak it? Sure we can. I'm confused. I don't know why this is all caps. It just feels aggressive to me that it's all caps locks. But I would just tweak the wording on this, right? Let's bring this into Grammarly for a sec. I would instead frame this more like, are you worried that you'll be disappointed in spending a ton and only receiving a gallery? I mean, I know that's what you said, but wording it this way definitely makes it more like I can understand the question you're asking me. I was confused about this. Like, disappointed in spending a ton and only receiving a gallery? Maybe. I would just reiterate, are you worried about? Anyways, dude, I love this. I mean, this is fantastic content. And look, this is what I'm talking about. Scott has testimonials sprinkled throughout. This is fantastic. Testimonials sprinkled throughout. I love it. That's perfect. Finally, about me. So what was this stuff about you? This is why you need to break it out. This is why you need to break it out. You should have a page and you should guide them. You know, when they get to your homepage, it should be like, what are you worried about? Question mark. And when they click it, it goes to a page that just says, hey, I get it. Are you worried about this and this and this and this? And then here's how I can help you with this and this and this. And here's why I'm the expert at this, because this and this and this. Hey, let me show you some images. Boom and boom and boom. Hey, let's talk about numbers because you probably care. Boom and boom and boom. And now let's get in touch. That's the flow of the website, not this smorgasbord of things that are all over the place. Like, nowhere else did you actually reiterate these things. If a couple never got to this part of your website on your homepage, they never would have seen this again. I could be wrong, but I never saw it again. You've got a bunch of pages and a bunch of content kind of all over the place, and it's not organized. It needs to be organized. Wedding venues. I didn't even know what I was going to expect to see when I clicked wedding venues, but I don't know why that would be a main menu item up here. This should be step 1, step 2, step 3. It should guide them through your website. Maybe somewhere else you can be like, hey, are you like, check out some photos that I've done at these popular Baltimore wedding venues. Like, it should be somewhere in there, sure. And maybe you're doing this for SEO purposes, but I don't know why it's the main menu up here. I mean, these are almost just blog posts. Anyways, from a branding perspective, Scott's got it spot on. I love the colors. I love the tones, the darkness, the deep, very dramatic, very cinematic. I think it's beautiful, but I think there's a lot you can tweak here, Scott. Hope that was a helpful video. Hope that was a helpful critique, and we'll see you in the next critique.